a certain level of income regarding Rastafari. You know see it? Regarding Rastafari. But to the man them know so when them open them little clubhouse thing that we may talk about, I be a get a youth or just go there with all different type of ganja sit down. And people from all about or just know so when them a pass one of them clubhouse there, them can stop anytime. If them want to draw weed because you in the, at the sanctuary that for ganja. You know see it, and if you go in there you must come back out with a good draw of weed. Any one of them particular spot here you pass. You see it? Yeah. Very soon you can Google them too, and them dep on Google Earth and Google Map. And people know it's part for drive, go up to Orange Hill. You see it? And then place it, go buy and get a good draw ganja. The man them is failing through greed, egotistical mentality. You see it? Where we not accept and appreciate at them time you Rasta. You see it? You see it? And the man them know what to do. That's why I have to burn a fire and go so hard. Because it's impossible for me to insult the man their intelligence by thinking they are not thinking these things. I give thanks. Share, like, and subscribe. Rastafari.
Yo, check this out. This is Wayne Wonder, representing for Warieka LTV. You see the vision, don't it? See the vision. Warieka LTV. Keep it locked.
No, I'm gonna tell you. We, us as bloggers, these are the issues that we need to address. You understand what I say? You see? Set the path for the youth. Share, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned to the channel. I don't know all this. Yes, I. Always happen. Once a greetings once again in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I first. See? And all things that's good. See? Welcome all viewers and subscribers. See? Subscribers. Much appreciated. Viewers. The likes where you go press to now is much appreciated in advance. You see me? Yeah. So, you know, we want to reason with one another now as Rasta for a little bit. See? You see, after all is said and done, see, all of the allegations them and the misinterpretation them and all of them things regarding the case of Mr. Nzinga King. See, we are going to say, brothers and sisters, a time now, this is ample, it's an eye-opener. See? Hope the eye them see where the passion and the disgust come from, so the passion of a flow. You know, see? Yeah. An ample time where every man should join themselves and say, this thing here, it's not right. And a time for it stop now. See, if it certain degradation of the lax culture has gotten now with Babylon Gateway with it so far for so long and nobody not say nothing to it. Up to the point now where a police officer can feel like she can cut the locks off an actual Rasta woman, whether she like it yes or no. You know see, because she not really see no consequence for such either. Because over the years, you know, Rasta just stick to the narrative of abuse and accept the abuse, even in a modern time, you know, seeing we not do nothing for enact a change or for ensure so there's consequence to behavior like those, given the fact say it has happened in a way history. You know, we said Jamaican history, and we don't know when the tide may turn again to them same level of barbarianism that, you know, see, while we have man like Miguel Lan and we have other well prominent members of the law society where know the bureaucracy of these things work. You understand what I say? The man them need to harness the energy, because we are going to go in another one here. It might be a little longish, but you know, see, the man them need to harness the energy of the 90s when Muta Baruka trigger, but for some reason him himself never partake in the very much development of the process. You understand? Muta Baruka back off and like him just watch everybody do what them I do and criticize everybody I do what them I do, while I him light the fire really amongst the youth them and just allow everybody to have tribe bubble and everybody to do what they want do and just use that as thing talking pine. You know when I say everybody I do what them I do, everybody and that was that. Seeing no disrespect to the elder, mad love and respect same way. Seeing but them little vibes there, we have to let go off entirely and take ourselves out of the picture and know so we are dealing with the industry, the organization, the factory, the limited company, the business of Rastafari, the politics of his Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie the first. You know, see it. We have to take our, we not perfect, we are man. The word is perfect, the law is perfect, which was said, which was spoken. You know, see that we if it develop our manifestation based upon the law, it was spoken in a Geneva conference, no more perfect a law for the community. You know, see it, and for righteousness, and for equality, and for love, where the black man desire and a demand. You know, see it. So by not harnessing that energy in the 90s, it leave us wanting to this day because enough man grew up separated and all in themselves. Every man feel like them are the man right through the time and that mash up the process. Seeing everybody watch Keep It On and Beenie Man go at it. Everybody, whether Beenie Man want to go at it, yes or no, or Keep It On want to go at it, it shouldn't be a thing amongst the community with the two man them. Just the mere fact say, a man have locks on him head, whether I'm a Rasta or not. Seeing it give a Rasta man the opportunity to tell him where I'm up against, what kind of significance him have on him head, and how much man waste him time by taking the pressure, the burden of Rastafari without knowing the significance. You understand what I mean? And by teaching the significance, even that dreadlocks might understand in position and know, say, but watch ya. I like me, I say, I carry the cross and I don't know where I get crucified for. I don't even know where I get crucified. You know, see it? And a man, through education, knowledge, understanding, is power. See, the man becomes powerful and know himself. So, just that mere fact alone, given the burden and the pressure where the lax bear, make a man should understand, say, you know, say, I love. You know, see it? And void himself of certain iniquities, like the big ego business where every man want to be perfect, while the same scripture where a man gather him inspiration from, the same historic knowledge and documents and everything, I show him say he gonna work. Even the same developmental process of Rastafari in the early beginning, ego got us to this point of division where we in today, and I'm gonna explain it to the best of my ability. You know, see it. Them big ego business the way in the 90s come right up to the 2000. Get where? You know, see it. Lose 2 decades straight now where I go. And we don't have no farmer resurgence. You know, see it. Rather, a diminishment of the culture and the practice of Rastafari. Because most of the man them who were stalwart of the 90s start deviate from the old discipline. You know, see it and start doing say other things. You know, see it just for make money. And still to this day, sing say, them hungry and them want rich. You know, see it. We want to know where them do with the money, them where them make all these wild and still them call themselves leaders and don't understand economics, which are under the basics of any foundation or any process, which up to this point, minister no man, I organize and I sort out any form of monetary process or resource for the organization and a whole, seeing which is there but not there. You understand? Kind of structure, not there. for the umbrella structure and the for Rastafari as a whole in a Jamaica. You know see it. So you find say, even so, it would have hard. Which while, how comes you have such a formidable, influential organization and the base of its foundation hasn't got such a structure set up any at all. You understand what I say? There has been no attempt by Rasta as a group to even try to get accepted in a society. Whether society like us or not, we are human beings, we exist, we're not going anywhere. It's the law for us to exist by the basic fundamental human rights. See? So if a guy feel to violate that or if he hate pan with any reason, we no cause him no harm whatsoever, he might break the law. You understand what I say? But we no benefit them law there. You know see it, because at the end of the day, nobody try to ensure that these level of protection is in place for Rastafari with all of the influence them with them have, with all of the money them with them have. Everybody is distracted and I pull one side for them own individual self. You know see it. And when we say umbrella organization, I mean like every parish, yeah, where it's possible, should have at least a bamboo tabernacle where youth and youth can go. Ballad and both Rasta can go and know so the place they abide by certain principles. So essentially it becomes a sanctuary. Enemies and enemy can meet up there and no war no broke within the vicinity. Or no war no broke because the money come here so from over there. So him get to come and go back and the next day on deal with no business. You understand what I say? But because the man them diminished from the principle, because me remember when Rasta control all garrison in a Jamaica. And when I say control, I mean very respected and influential without any farmer bribes or monetary resource or possession of such. Yeah, the same bubble with him broom, Rasta. You don't violate the bubble. You see it. Gunshot a bus and you see the bubble man or the bingy man or the Rasta man a come through Rasta, you laid on arms in the 90s, Rasta. And wait till the bingy man come through. You don't want that blood dip on your hand. You have too much, you develop too much enemy now. You see it and you can't afford that. You see it because you have a ballad enemy to the Rasta man who was respected and admired. You see it. It's the same power player them. We're up there in the public limelight with the resource and the platform them. Diminish all of the respect there by being petty and argue with one another over some little folly thing out in a public. Like when me show we go on the other day at the meet where Big Stone keep downtown with Chronics. You know see, right in our ample time, Rasta, for the man them use the charger in regarding Nzinga King and approach Parliament, Rasta. The man them get some signature sign of sign a petition, get a petition signed. Oh, me no hear no man. I instigate them thing and them thing a simple thing. Me no hear no man I instigate them level of thinking. A man I buy some food and go cook a pot of food. Matter of fact, no walk, go certain wholesale and walk, go downtown and be a free food on get, you know. The man where I cook the food, anybody will cook the food, because on the name, I don't have to pay the man for do that, the big level of catering there. Whatsoever. Call out some girl off of the corner and them come share the food them evenly and appropriately for whoever forget them. And it's just a drive which little gas go deliver them. You know, see it and a man I call that charity and thing while him use it as a tax write-off at the end of the year when him pay him tax. All of them like a charity thing they want to see public figure and them people there do Rasta. Them get it back out of them tax. Them pay them, you know see it, them you know see it. Go check it out. You know see it. I mean a guy come tell you boy might do this and he might do that and he might do this for poor people like so well and it return benefit him. In the process, the whole of them, bounty killer, the whole of them. I don't say I got a man enough to do it. You know, see it and get him tax break. But what I say is, these are things where man enough to if you do something for somebody and I benefit back from it greatly. And something to talk about and act like you do something while there is so much things needed doing. You know, see, I could understand if we live in one of them super first world state there where social services and everything is up and a man still feel like so out of the goodness of him heart and feel like to buy some new material or some equipment or whatever for any institution and then pass it on to them and get it back out and tax rate, I could understand. But in a poor suffering country like Jamaica where you need so much charity in so much little region, here and there. Jamaica is a nice place, don't get me wrong, well developed as such, but in a whole heap of other little area where the man them can function amply, them function, see, but yet them take credit for doing things which can be construed or considered as nothing if you observe it from the right vantage point. You see, where the club them there, where the organization club them there, where the man them say, well, then all right. We could send every week, we are sending 100,000 go get the local wholesale near to the clubhouse and make sure say them get certain amount of food access and certain little basic amenities for run a pot, even 2 days. See, in the clubhouse, that means that when youth come, them have something to come to. You know, see, them there, they listen to the words of Rastafari. Enough money amongst the man them can just easily do that, set up that. Only for Rastaman there Jamaica, we can do that. You know, see, if it no go, how we are talking about? Only for Rastaman there Jamaica, we can do that out of them thing. And it will create a bigger network for them as well as entertainer. You understand me? I say a greater connection where them could at least know so well then we form like a union. You know, see certain rules and regulations surrounding recording, writing, and the principle of the development of the music as well. Because you have a consensus now where you have man where have at least you have something in common, which is Rastafari. You know, see how many other things you can develop in common just through this one good relationship. You know, see it. You know, see it's gonna be an example, say other things can work. Other good things can come out of this too. You know, see it. You know, see it. All of these little things could have easily been in place. You notice me not say no big black up building where look nothing like a church and not me say even a bamboo tabernacle, because you got one community and you hang out with you them on a Saturday. Before you left, you get land and structure put up before you left at the end of the day, because the whole community have come out regarding the project, because of something would have be like the idea would have been established and spread across the country so people know where the man them is about and know so when the item come out, where the item are dealing, so everybody would have quick, ready and volunteer. You see, send out all our arguments so we are come that day, then you find for see all more than what bamboo you need chop and put on. Pan location and wait for you to come. People find location and all of them think a long time. You see it? And the man them influential enough to do something like a them little simple cheap thing that for Rastafari where would have more fortified the community to this point this day. You see it and make us a more formidable force to go up against Babylon, because enough bright youth were out there in Jamaica understand the culture of Rastafari and appreciate it. You see, enough youth out there and them would operate in them capacity with a certain level of respect and adoration for Rastafari, including the police them. Every police in Jamaica have at least a third cousin where is a Rasta. You see, so even the woman with trim Nzinga King the other day, she have a third cousin where is a Rasta. You see, so Rasta are not a stranger to Jamaica. Them things definitely should have never happened, not even from the poor people perspective. This conversation shouldn't be happening. You see, whereas Prime Minister, Security Minister, where's a Chinese, and Deputy Prime Minister, and whoever else, Commissioner, just admit and agree, say, them like a week after. That's how much regard and respect them have for the community, because the community now shine as a group. The community is disorganized, Rasta. You see, the main player, them the most influential people, them, I do with for them. The example where them might be is a device. You see, Bobo Hill is a device. See, Bingi is a device. See, 12 Tribe is a device. See? Because at the end of the day, the whole of them divide up the one accord. The whole of them divide up pull themselves one side and them all have one thing in common. See? But them can't make that pull them together regardless of them individual little differences. You know, see it? Them still maintain this fallacy in regards to the request and the beliefs of His Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie. His Majesty organize and centralize, and the man them divide, man them farm some device. You know, see, man them split it, say Bobo Hill, man say that there, and still say His Majesty are them true earth rightful ruler. Earth rightful ruler just not disobey him every day up till now, Rasta. You know, see it? How the hypocrisy just passing by. So I say selective when it comes to righteousness and sin and certain type of things. So Rasta, we can't be this way as a group. We are physical presence in the earth and we need for make our presence felt, Rasta. See, time after time when we hold up we head Babylon listen. See, and we is a whole ragtag group from inception till now. No man can deny that. See, Sizzla take it up and feel himself as a bubble. Fi say I aim at the head for Naya Bingi. Naya Bingi no see His Majesty. No see, Bobo see Emmanuel as God and Christ. See? So we don't understand. Muta Baruka explain it. Jaboni explain it. Everybody explain it. So me don't know where the brute force and the how him tell for himself how that work in a fit him individual head as an individual. How him, you know what I say, validate them level of thought process there. See, I don't have no problem with it because like Mr. John run no wire fence. And them are the one where I entertain and I maintain a certain level of device in a Rastafari. You know see it? You know see it? But you have to consider what you say and what you do at the same time. And the impression where it have upon the younger and impressionable potential Rasta youth them. I demand them attitude and mold the next generation. I demand them attitude and direct the path where the generation are walk down right now. I demand them a public figure. I demand them people are sick. I demand them supposed to represent the cause. See, to he who much is given, much is expected. You see it? Sizzla, you take on everything by yourself. So you should have been prepared, Rasta. Forgive you all. I saw the thing go. You know see it? See Bobo ill up there. I move like a failing entity under the eyes, them watchful eyes with the eye, them turban. You know see it? Which is a negative image for the whole, you know, like me I say, the feelings we are going up there is a negative to the item, you know, public persona and the whole thing. The item, put on them foot on the ground to a degree with them influence and stamp out them thing there. You know, see it and try maintain a certain level of reverence. See, the item the one side and I just know say a bubble heal that and them the up here so. You know see it? The conflict we are going up there, no man no try, no effort to try push out and burn out them thing there. You know see it? Rasta need to be more organized. The man them need to step to some lawyer. See? Start a petition. See? Get some signature on the petition and present the petition to the relevant authority, relevant people in power, Rasta. You know, see it, we are demand it be legislated that Rasta get certain protection, certain level of protection, just like any other group under the law. You know, see it, a time for we stop have them little discussion here. See, how come Rasta no formulate no financial process for the organization of Rastafari itself? It's like wherever a resource or a source develop, some guy grab it for themselves, because I know you have all heap of well-thinking individuals out there where has been doing and still is willing to contribute to the organization of Rastafari as a group, if it is structured right. And every man know that. See why some guy try them effort there, whereby you can get certain function. You can get us functioning as a group, viably, rather than a pull one side for themselves and I try claim perfection, where none of them no perfect. None of us is one is perfect, Rasta. A sin for them in this day and age, I act like any of the item perfect. You know, see it. One alone is perfect in this time, Rasta. The same scripture with the item I go after and a base perfection after. Now tell the item say, if the Most High no hurry up in this time of revelation, yeah, even the very elect, that means that people will get select as righteous people, even before the beginning of time, shall be led astray, Rasta, shall be distracted, shall be branded with the mark of the beast. Even people who were selected from the beginning of time. So where the eye them a try, Rasta, you see it at the mud within her, with dead body and pus. You see it at this at a level that we are fight from. I try to come up as a Rastafari. You see it, where the man them will and dedication there to grow the struggle as a group. You see it, how the ganja gateway out of Rasta and Rasta is not a part of the conversation with so much loudmouth Rasta down there. How the ganja gateway out of Rasta and as an organization, as a group. Seen? And so much representation down there, so much man down there in receipt as claimants of Rastafari. You see it. At them little basic thing, I hold way back and I stop the initiative, because little youth them on the street side where I look forward to some club partaking or some, me as a fellowship, whatever. Youth club not there Jamaica or anything like that, we can relate and communicate to the youth them, Rasta. None of them things that now go on in our society. We don't need no government to do that for we. And if the man them have any sort of love in them for black people, given the gravity of situation present day, particularly in Jamaica, more effort, more man them need to pull them and out of them own belly, some more Rasta, and help out in a society, seeing because the little cocoon where you have built to put you and your family not strong enough to protect you from the wrath that could come from all of this. You see the amount of gun where they're on the island. You see it. You see the connection, the closeness with Haiti and things like that. But the man them could have machine down the way and make them own a shot by now, And if they haven't, I would have, me, in my mind as a security, me would have never put it past the man them, Rasta. You see it. You see it. So, when the item thinks that them grow any farmer for wealth round the youth them and enjoy any farmer civility from it. Una plan for run with the whole of in our mind, a plan for that's why some are so compelled nowadays, because you need that escape route. You need back that route where you can run with whenever you're ready, you want a family. You see it. You see it. Life cheap, How much the last time, Mother love all shut up. Mother love all somebody in the comment section when no on the ground. Put in the figure. The cheapest figure when them here. Somebody get paid for take a man life particularly in Jamaica, you know. You know, see it. So, you know, I'm more strength. You know, see it. But the man them need for, you know, see, the man them need for do more. You know, see, because the man them a eat big off a brand Rastafari. You know, see it. And even in our own interest, in our own dinner table, see, it's like, una rob on our own dinner table, Rasta. See, through greed, the item no see say, the longevity is being shortened by the process where the man them are eat by. You know, see, cause the man them now ensure say the food continue coming. You know, see, because if a Rasta will not nyam so much offer, I want to ensure say Rasta reinforce principle and like the army. You know, see, it a go fault and it a water down and turn nothing like what it a come to these days. You know, see, young youth in a crowd that cause with big man the other day Nzinga can get trim and when me look. I be an ancient Rastafari out there. I never seen a young youth, never no ballad youth. That couldn't go on. Ball it out there to hold up a ball it out there because I know say anyway Rasta there. It's a joy. You know, see it. You know, see, give thanks to the people who come still. You know, see it, everybody that was there would turn up and show them. All L.A. Lewis. Big up yourself, L.A. Lewis. You know, see it. Can't stop enough respect to man like Big Stone because at the end of the day, the man then leave out the fire. The man they have a you know, see it. We give thanks. You know, see it. Yes, I. See, so them things that we have to start looking to Rasta, the basics of things. We have financial resources in a ganja, where if we lobby for a certain high level access regarding the exportation of ganja out of Jamaica. I mean, I just access we need as a group. Rastafari as a group, like a diplomatic access for sell ganja. Yeah, we'll pay with tax and things like that. Because we as a group is Brand Jamaica. We are our name, our aura, our mystique. I go sell the ganja anyway. So we're supposed to have, you know, added privilege to the whole thing as a group, as an organization, as a business, as a culture. You know, see? And in so doing, we ensure a certain level of income regarding Rastafari. You know, see? Regarding Rastafari. But to the man, them know so when them open them little clubhouse thing that we may talk about, I be a ghetto youth or just go there with all different type of ganja sit down. And people from all about or just know so when them a pass one of them clubhouse there, them can't stop anytime. If them want to draw weed because you at the sanctuary that for ganja. You know see it, and if you go in there you must come back out with a good draw of weed. Any one of them particular spot here you pass. You know see it? Yeah. Very soon you can Google them too and them dep on Google Earth and Google Map and people know which part to drive, go up to Orange Hill. You know see it? And then place it, go buy and get a good draw ganja. The man them is failing through greed, egotistical mentality. You know see it? Where we not accept and appreciate na them time here Rasta. You know see it? You know see it? And the man them know what to do. That's why I have to burn a fire and go so hard. Because it's impossible for me to insult the man their intelligence by thinking they are not thinking these things. And I give thanks. Share, like, and subscribe. Rastafari.